Huh? What's this? Could it be? Yeah, it's another handheld from Anbernic. Hi everyone and welcome back to Tech Ravers. In today's video we're diving into the brand new RG40XX V from Anbernic. If you're not familiar with it, this is the vertical version of the RG40XX which I reviewed just a few weeks ago. I won't be focusing too much on gaming performance of this handheld today, instead we'll exploring what makes this new version unique. The reason I'm not diving deep into the gaming performance today is that the all-winner H700 CPU powering this device has been featured in so many Anbernic handhelds recently that I have already covered its capabilities in detail in other videos on the channel, so feel free to check on those if you're interested. Instead, let's talk about why the RG40XX V should be on your radar and what set it apart from its predecessors. And before we dive into that, make sure to subscribe to Tech Ravers if you don't already do that, so you can be first in line when a new video drops. Starting with the unboxing experience, it's pretty much what you'd expect from Anbernic. It comes in a simple white box with no flashy graphics or extra information on the outside. Inside you'll find the handheld itself, a quick start guide available in both English and Chinese, and a USB-A to USB-C charging cable. No frills, just the essentials to get you started. Now let's take a closer look at the RG40XX V itself. I got the white version here and I have to say it's one of the most premium looking and beautiful devices Anbernic has ever produced. The clean bright white color gives it a sleek and modern appearance that really stands out among other retro handhelds. When you hold it, the device feels solid and well built, thanks to its sturdy plastic shell that's both durable and surprisingly resistant to scratches. The buttons and controls are high quality and responsive, especially the D-pad, which has the same sturdy feel Anbernic is known for. The face buttons are glossy and smooth, which might not be everyone's taste, but they do feel solid in use. And also one of the standout features is the 4-inch screen. Even with the device powered off, you can appreciate its size and how it enhances the overall design. The screen is larger than you would typically see on most retro handhelds, giving it a more substantial and premium feel in your hand. It's perfectly framed within the device's compact body, maintaining that classic vertical look while offering more screen real estate for a better gaming experience. Moving on to the D-pad, Anbernic has once again delivered with a design that feels both sturdy and responsive. The D-pad on the RG40XX V maintained that classic cross shape, which is a favorite among retro gaming enthusiasts. It's precise and well built with just the right amount of tactile feedback. Whether you're navigating menus or pulling off complex moves in fighting games, the D-pad feels smooth and reliable, without any of the mushiness or stiffness that you might find on lesser devices. It's clear that Anbernic has stuck to what works, and for a good reason. This D-pad is a joy to use and feels like it can handle hours of intense gameplay without any trouble. And right below the D-pad we have the analog joystick. Anbernic has opted for a single thumbstick on the left side, which is a nice addition for those games that benefit from more precise control. The joystick feels pretty high quality with a good range of motion and solid grippy surface. It's also a Hall effect joystick, so you won't have to worry about drift or wear over time. It sits comfortably within easy reach of your thumb, providing a smooth and satisfying experience for games that require analog input. Between the D-pad and the face buttons we have a select and a start button, and of course the Anbernic menu button. Now let's talk about the face buttons, and overall they're well constructed and have a satisfying click to them, which makes them great for most types of games. However, I did find them to be on the stiffer side, which might not be ideal for every situation. For example, if you're playing a game like Track and Field or something for the NES, where you have to press multiple buttons rapidly, it can be a bit of a struggle. The stiffness might cause some fatigue or make it harder to maintain that rapid button mashing. But outside of those high intensity situations, the buttons perform just fine, offering reliable and responsive controls for your everyday retro gaming needs. The speaker tucked away in the corner is surprisingly loud, but its placement can cause some sound blockage when holding the device. On the right side of the RG40XX V, you'll find the power button and the reset button, along with a single micro SD card slot. The buttons are conveniently positioned, making them easy to access without interrupting gameplay. The micro SD slot offers an easy way to expand your storage so you can keep larger game libraries at your fingertips, perfect for those who want to take their entire collection on the go. And at the bottom you'll find the USB-C port for charging and a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left side of the RG40XX V you'll find volume buttons and a second micro SD card slot. This slot is primarily for the operating system, but you can also use it for games if you don't have everything loaded onto the other side's micro SD card. The unit I have here came directly from Anbernic with a 64GB micro SD card preloaded with the OS and some games. However, I always recommend getting a higher quality micro SD card from Amazon and filling it up with your own games, as the stock cards that come with these devices are usually low quality and tend to fail over time. Looking at the back of the RG40XX V, you'll find the 4 shoulder buttons, L1, L2, R1 and R2, and these buttons are the clicky type, and while they don't have any travel at all, they still provide a responsive and tactile experience. The button sits flush against the back of the device, and while they might not have the softer feel that some gamers prefer, they do register input quickly, which is great for fast-paced gaming, especially the old retro games. However, one downside to the design is the battery compartment. If you ever need to replace the battery, you'll have to unscrew the entire back panel, as there's no quick swap option available. This makes battery replacement more cumbersome than on some other handhelds, where swapping batteries is much simpler. It's a bit of a letdown in an otherwise well-constructed device, but still the overall build quality holds up nicely. Lastly, on the top there's a micro HDMI port for connecting to an external display, along with some LED indicators that show the device's status during charging or gameplay. And when I talk about the premium feel of the RG40XX V, it reminds me of another handheld, the Analogue Pocket, which is widely considered one of the most premium devices on the market. The Analogue Pocket has certainly influenced my own views on what a handheld should be. The sleek, crisp white aesthetic of the RG40XX V gives it an Apple-like premium quality. In terms of feel, both devices are excellent in many ways. The Analogue Pocket, with its substantial weight and solid build, feels like a high-end product designed to play real cartridges, whereas the RG40XX V, while lighter, still offers a surprising sense of durability and refinement. And for those who don't know, the Analogue Pocket is a modern take on the classic Game Boy that allows you to play original cartridges natively, which speaks to its dedication to preserving retro gaming in a truly premium format. And while Anbernic doesn't position itself as a premium brand like Analogue, this is evident in their pricing. The Analogue Pocket costs around $220, whereas the RG40XX V is less than half that price. However, it's still interesting to compare these two devices that look similar at first glance. The Analogue Pocket uses FPGA technology to play original cartridges, offering a different experience from the Anbernic's emulation-based approach. And each device has distinct screen technologies tailored to their gaming styles. But instead of just talking, I'm gonna show you side by side. Comparing the screens of the Anbernic RG40XX V and the Analogue Pocket highlights some interesting differences in image quality and technology. The RG40XX V features a 4-inch IPS display with a 640x480 resolution, providing vibrant colors and decent sharpness for retro gaming. It's great for emulation up to PS1 level, offering a clear and crisp experience without significant light bleed issues. On the other hand, the Analogue Pocket boasts a 3.5-inch LCD with an incredibly high resolution of 1600x1440 pixels, which far surpasses most handhelds on the market. Its FPGA-based technology offers a near-perfect replication of original Game Boy, Game Boy Color and Game Boy Advance displays, including accurate colors and contrast levels that mimic the old-school look. The Pocket's screen also supports various display modes that emulate the original hardware's visuals, providing a uniquely authentic experience. And while both screens looks good, the Analogue Pocket provides a sharper, more color-accurate display, ideal for playing original cartridges, where the RG40XX V offers a solid experience for a fraction of the price, making it a great option for emulation on a budget. And speaking of budget, when it comes to the price and color options, the Anbernic RG40XX V is quite accessible. The device starts at around $66, making it an affordable choice compared to many other handhelds on the market. The RG40XX V comes in 3 different color options: classic white, transparent black and indigo blue. Personally, I think the white version is undoubtedly the most stylish. It has a clean premium look that stands out, giving it that Apple-like aesthetic. I've been using the white version myself and it just feels right for this kind of device. Of course, I'll include links in the video description where you can purchase one of these handhelds in your preferred color. With these color options and the competitive price point, the RG40XX V offers great value for those looking to dive into retro gaming on a budget. So if you're looking for a versatile handheld that delivers great performance for retro gaming, the RG40XX V is definitely worth considering. It handles all systems up to and including PlayStation 1 with ease, making it perfect for a wide range of classic games. Playing old ports like Cannonball, a remake of the old classic Outrun arcade racing game, is an absolute joy on the device's large 4-inch screen. The pre-configured bezels that Anbernic has designed also adds a beautiful, authentic touch, giving each game a more genuine retro look. However, the analog joystick on the device feels a bit unnecessary. I understand Anbernic's intent to provide a flexibility in gameplay, but realistically, none of the games this handheld is meant to play require a joystick. It struggles with most Dreamcast and N64 games, which need more robust controls. Moreover, the lack of a touchscreen means that Nintendo DS games are severely impacted. Using the joystick to replace a stylus for games like Nintendo's just doesn't feel authentic. It's like trying to pet a golden retriever with a stick. Now, the joystick might be the only reason to attempt DS games, but its use is limited and doesn't quite capture the original experience. Thanks for watching my review of the RG40XX V from Anbernic. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into what makes this handheld unique and whether it's a right fit for your retro gaming needs. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment with your thoughts or any questions you might have, since I'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more reviews, tips and all things tech in the future. Also check the video description for links to where you can pick up the RG40XX V in any color of your choice. Until next time, keep gaming and stay retro. TechRavers out.